Hello everyone, welcome to High Playing Games, it's Simon here. Welcome to Monopoly Deal, which is a very cheap card game which you can play online or offline with people actually in the room or with bots. Hurrah! And what I'm going to do is play through a game of Monopoly Deal to try and explain how it works, because it doesn't play like Monopoly at all, even though it borrows a lot of its attributes as you go along. So I'm going to join. We'll do an AI selection of different difficulties, I think, because otherwise I think we will peter out before we get to where we are. I don't really want hard. We'll do another easy, I think. There we go, and we should start the game. So this is a card game essentially, and you get several different cards to start off with. I think it's 5, isn't it? Yeah, you get 5 cards each, and in front of you you can see that you've got 10 different suits in front of you, and these are basically, oh god, I've not actually got any properties at all to start off with. Great. The idea is that you need to get to having 3 suits, and you can lay those suits down as Leo is currently doing. Oh, he's got 2 trains straight off the bat. Nice. You have all the original properties that are in the Monopoly game, but you also have wild cards that you just saw that got put down there, which you can kind of use as suits, because otherwise very quickly no one would win. So this Fredo here has got a utility company. He's put some money in the bank, and he's now going to put in a card to get some rent, essentially, from everyone who owns a certain type of property, essentially. Marshall takes some cards. He's putting money that he's got as a card into the bank. That's how you can pay people's rent as you go round, and you can only ask for rent when you play the rent card, as someone did before. So we're now on to my go. Apologies, that was a bit of an all over the shop thing. So we've got debt collector, where we can charge someone £5 or 5M. Another debt collector for 3. Just say no. Counts as an action against you. Which means if someone charges you rent, you can just go, no, I'm good, thanks. This is a charging rent if you own any green or blue properties. Rent if you've got any pink or orange properties. Charge rent for anything that you have, or you can lay down a property. So what I'm going to do to start off with, because I have no money and I need to get some, so I'm going to play a card and put down my red property, so that enables me to have some fun there. I'm going to charge someone 5 M. Now, who am I going to charge, I wonder? So Ica has nothing to pay, which means he'll have to pay potentially in properties. Yeah. We could go for Fredo. And there we go, he couldn't pay it all, so he's paid it in properties. So I then get his electric company, so I can put that down. That gets me part of the way towards a suit. And this is a wild card, so you can flip it one way or another depending on what you want to do. So orange versus pink. Now, traditionally, you'd kind of go, right, I'll go for orange because that's worth more. But if, say, you already had 2 or 3 pink cards, obviously you'd swap it round so that you could play it like that instead. Make fake sense? Okay, now you have up to 3 actions that you can do at once, which is grand. And I'm going to do the ask for rent as again, and let's do it with someone else. So Fredo has nothing to give. Leo could be good. Or we could go for Marshall because he's got the blue. And we've got the charge rent, actually. So if he doesn't have any dosh and he has to give us Park Lane, which he does, we can choose to put that one down. So that's my 3 actions done, so I now have to end my turn. I've got 3 million in the bank, which should hopefully see off any rent asks. What's Ica going to do? So Ica puts down a yellow and a green and a blue. So if he does a rent charge on a yellow, a green or a blue card, he then charges everyone else on the board the value of what they've got. So that's the yellows, they're split up at the moment, so no one's got... And there you go, so he's gone for a... He's got a yellow card, so he's now played the action to basically charge rent on a red or a yellow. He only has a yellow property, so he charges that 2 million. Now I can just say no, or I can go into the bank and actually pay it. So I'm going to go into the bank and I'm going to pay the 2 and validate that payment, because I think that just say no card will come in a bit more handier later on in the game. But he managed to get the second yellow property because that other person didn't have the money to pay, so that's why he went for that quickly. So Leo, they're doing very well at the moment. Frodo puts 2 in the bank. We've also got a pass go, which basically means get another 2 extra cards, as you can see on the screen here. That's normally quite useful to have. So he's got a utility company, or is he going to go for a station? He goes for a station. Okay. And a pass go for another 2 extra cards. So green, and then he passes. So let's see what we've got for cards. Oh, we've got 5, and we've got a double the rent. Ooh. Right, I can see where I'm going with this already. So I'm going to put the 5 in the bank to make sure that I'm clear for whatever comes around in the board next time. I'm then going to, and this could be going a bit early with this, I'm going to double the rent. Oh, crumbs, I've done it the wrong way around. Sorry, my fault. We're going to play the rent card. And we've got the 3 million there for Park Lane. And then we get the option to double the rent on the property, which I'm going to do, because that is going to absolutely ruin a lot of people. So each player then gets charged 6. Look at all of this stuff coming in. So we get 12 million now up to with the rent collected. But we get all of these cards in properties because those people couldn't afford it at the time. So we can... Ooh, okay. So I'll place down the station and the other station. I shall go for the greens next, obviously, and put those down. And the blue. And the reason why I left this one till last is that this is a wild card and it could be useful in both senses. But what I'm going to do... Where am I? Yeah, I am. So I'm going to play it on here, so this gives me my first group completed. Remember, the object of the game is to get 3 suits completed first. So I now have to end my turn. Ooh, that could be handy. Pass to go. Damn you, Ica. Pass go. What's Frodo up to? They've not even put anything on the board yet. In the bank, that'll help him out. Oh, there we go, and orange goes down. Anything else? Ah, he's then going to charge for orange. Okay. So this is just a 1 million, so I'm not too sad with that. What you'll also notice though is that you can't get change back on anything, so it matters to have a variety of different notes as you go along. So this is only 1 million, so I'm only going to give the 1 million over. But if, say, I only had about 5 left, I'd have to give the 5, and you don't get 4 back in change. So when you're putting stuff into the bank, just be aware that you want to have a spread of notes, because that can catch you out, and you can lose a lot of collateral very, very, very quickly. Everyone's passing go except me. I'm going to run out of cards at this rate. That's another one. Okay, so it's my birthday. Let's charge everyone 2. This has gone quite well. And look, someone had to give a free. Oh, they've given the wild card. Yes, 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 yes. So that station goes down, which could have been handier than the water boards itself. Now this could be green or blue, to be fair, but I'm going to go with the blue for that new group there. Okay. So I've got all of these cards up here. I could be really, really harsh and just go straight in for the action card of charging everyone rent on the blue for the Mayfair and Park Lane, and if I'd have saved my double the rent card, that would probably win me the game straight off the bat, but I don't mean to do that. Right, so what you can also do is play around with your properties and start getting hotels and houses on things as well. Now, why have I had a momentary brain fart and forgot how to do it? I think I have. I think I have. Right, I'll end the turn just to... no, I don't. And obviously, can you see that you can convert these into bank cards as well? You can see the 4, the 1 and the 3 million on the sides there. Oh, I really want to add a property. Oh, oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. Right, we'll move on. Because I don't want it to end yet. If that makes sense. Because there's a worry that I'd get both of the blue cards straight off the bat. Oh, that's quite well for Ica. But if that's the only note that he's got and someone charges £1, he's buggered. There's a pink going down. And there we go, he charges rent, which is only the 1. And look, that blue came across. And look, Ica lost that 10 straight off the bat. So we'll just pay the 1. Thank you. Sly deal. So this is where someone tries to pick something without you actually being allowed to. This property was stolen, you can say just say no, and I'm going to say just say no. Oh, and he says just say no back! No! Dang it! Cheeky monkey. And there we go, he's got a complete wild card, so that gets Freddo a set. There we go, he's going to put in his property there. Jammy little Freddo. Marshall. The good thing is though, is that he's now used his just say no card. And there we go, right. So the first thing I'm going to do, sorry, I thought you could buy them, but you can't, you have to put them on. So we're going to put a house on there. We're then going to ask for rent on said properties, and look, it's 12 each. And that's each from everyone. Why is that not letting me do? Ah, ask one player to play it. Sorry, I was having a thick moment. Right. Ooh, Ica could be a good one to go for, actually. In fact, yeah, let's go for Ica. It will win us the game. And there we go. Oh, trophy, went basic. So he has to then play both of those. That gets us our third set. And we win the game. So the only part that you're missing from that walkthrough of the game itself is that once you've got a house or a couple, you can then get hotels and so on and so forth. But the game very rarely actually gets to that point before someone wins anyway. You have to have people proper wheeler dealing. You're very much stuck on where your cards are at the very beginning of the game, and then you're forever playing catch up if you kind of get someone who's quite aggressive out the box quickly before you can be aggressive. But all in all, very, very simple game. It's I think £3.99 on the store normally. It's 50% off, I believe, at the moment though, until Tuesday. So I bought it in the sale for £2.49, I think it was. Interesting translation of the mechanics of Monopoly. It's not going to be for everyone, obviously, but if you want quick fire Monopoly just with cards, this will do your trick. Thanks very much for watching, everyone. I hope that was informative. You guys all take care, and I'll catch you again on Higher Playing Games. Bye for now.
This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.